Hi, it's Andy, and welcome to Blues Scales 101. We're going to just play some easy blues scales today and have a lot of fun, I hope. Here we go. We're going to start in the key of E, and we're going to play blues scale number 1 in the key of E. Of course, starting on the E string. So let's go. Start with the low E, that's where we're beginning. That's the first note of the scale. Then 3rd fret on the low E string, that's the note G. So you have 2 notes to play on the low string, E and G. That's it. Now we're off to the next string. So you'll find that on the next string you have open A, followed by 2nd fret on the A string. So that's the note B. Again, 2 notes to play on that string. When you play the blues scales or the pentatonic scales, you'll find that you have 2 notes to play on each string. Okay, here we go. We're going to start over. So on the low string we have 0, 3, or E and G. Then on the next string you have 0, 2, or A and B. Okay, then the next string you have open D, followed by another 2nd fret note. That's the note E. Then on the next string we've got the same thing. Open G and 2nd fret. That's an A. Okay, so let's continue on. The next string is the B string. Start with open B, then play 3rd fret. That's the note D. Okay, let's do the final string, open E, and then we have 3rd fret. That's a G. Okay, so if this was tablature, it would say 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3. And if you were saying the letters of the notes, you'd only have 5 letters to play. It would be E, G, A, B, D. Then you'd play the same letters, E, G, A, B, D. Then it would play again, E, G, A, B, D. So this scale has 5 letters in 5 letter names of the notes. And so they call it a pentatonic scale because it has 5 letters that just continuously repeat. Okay, now let's play the whole scale together. But let's keep a beat this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Backwards. Okay, now when we play these scales, what I'm going to do is from now on, I'm going to play them all the way up to the highest note. And when I play the highest note, I'm not going to play it again on my way back down. I'm just going to immediately go right back down again. So in other words, the final note of the scale, it's only going to get played once. We're not going to play it twice. So let's rehearse that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down again. Okay, now take a closer look at my hand while I play that. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to hold my fingers out of the way when I have an open string so that you clearly see that. Then you'll see which finger I'm using. When I play fret 3, I use finger 3. And when I play fret 2, I use finger 2. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down again. Okay, now I wouldn't normally move my fingers so much. I just did that as an example for you to watch. Normally when I play the scale, my hand would look like this. Okay, so you'll see that as I play my open strings, my fingers are just floating above the strings like this. Then when I play a note, I press a finger down. Then if I go back to open string, I just let that finger go. And there it floats right above the strings again. So I'm not actually kicking my fingers out into space. Okay, here's what it looks like played fast. Okay, now let's move on. Let's learn blues scale number 2. So you'll notice that right now my fingers are floating above the first 4 frets of the guitar. But in order to learn blues scale number 2, we're going to shift our hand. So now my fingers are floating above the 2nd fret, the 3rd fret, the 4th fret, and the 5th fret. You don't have to play the 1st fret at any moment in this scale, so that's why I don't have any fingers near the 1st fret. Okay, here we go. We're going to learn blues scale number 2. It's going to start on the note where the other scale left off. It's going to start 3rd fret on the low E string. That's the note G. That's where we're beginning. You'll notice I'm using my middle finger. Then we're going to play the 5th fret next with the pinky. Let's move on. Go to the next string. 2nd fret now. First finger plays the 2nd fret. And then the pinky plays the 5th fret. And then let's move on to the next string. So 2nd fret here on the 4th string. Then pinky finger plays the 5th fret. Alright, let's move on. Now we're on the 3rd string. You play the 2nd fret, followed by the 4th. And then we're moving on to the next string. This is where we use our middle finger again. We play the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. And then the same frets on the final string. 3rd fret, 5th fret. Okay, if this were tablature, it would say 3-5, 2-5, 2-5, 2-4, 3-5, 3-5. And if I were to say which fingers I press down on each note, the fingering would be 2-4, 1-4, 1-4, 1-3, 2-4, 2-4. Once again, the music letters, the letter names of the notes are the same letters that we played in the previous scale. G, A, B, D, E. G, A, B, D, E. G, A, B, D, E. Same 5 letters, except this time we started on G. Okay, now let's play that whole scale one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down again. Okay, now I'm sort of pulling my fingers out of the way so that you can see which finger I'm playing. But if I play it in real time, in the way that I normally would, my fingers would look more like this. There it is. Okay, so that scale encompassed the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th frets of the guitar. It's time to move on. Now we're going to learn blues scale 3. So now we're going to shift up the fretboard a little further. We're going to shift up 3 frets. Okay, now that puts us on the 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret. Okay, here we go. So the scale is going to begin where the last one left off, 5th fret. And here we're going to play 5 and 7. Then the same thing again on the next string, 5 and 7. Then the same thing on the next one, 5 and 7. Okay, and then here's where it changes. Now you got to reach back and sort of leave your position. 4th fret now. And a 7 again. Okay, now we're going to shift back up. So now we're going to play 5th fret. We're going to reach up to 8th fret now. Okay, and then the final string, 5, 7. Let's review that one more time. 5, 7, and 5, 7, and 5, 7. But then reach back, 4, 7. Okay, now reach up, 5, 8. Final string, 5, 7. There it is. Let's play it together in time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down again. Okay, there it is. So that scale encompassed basically 5th fret through the 8th fret of the guitar, except one note you did have to reach back and play the 4th fret. Okay, let's move on. Now we're going to shift up again 2 more frets, and this time we're going to cover the area between the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th frets of the guitar. This would be blues scale number 4. Okay, you're going to play the 7th fret, which is where the last scale left off, and you're going to reach up to 10. And then the next string, same fret, 7, 10. Okay, then this time you're going to play 7, 9. Then again, 7, 9. Okay, now here's where it changes. Surprise, you have to play the 8th fret. So this is going to be played with your middle finger. Then a 10th fret. Finally, on the last string, 7th fret and 10th fret. Okay, let's review that one. So there's 7, 10, and then the same thing. Then 7, 9, and the same thing. Then you're going to go from 8 to 10, and then 7, 10. Let's play it with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. That's it. That was blues scale 4. It encompassed frets 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now here we go. We're going to do the final scale. So this time we're shifting up, and we're going to cover the frets between 9, 10, 11, and 12. This is the final blues scale. This is blues scale 5. After this, you know all 5 scales. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start on the 10th fret. You'll notice I'm using my middle finger this time. 10th fret and 12th fret. Then the same thing, 10th fret and 12th fret. Okay, now you're going to play the 9th fret with your first finger and the 12th fret. Then once again, same numbers, 9th fret and 12th fret. Then the next move is to play the middle finger again, 10th fret and 12th fret. Then the same exact fingering, 10th fret, 12th fret. Okay, so if this was tab, it would say 10, 12, 10, 12. Then it would say 9, 12, 9, 12. And then it would say 10, 12, 10, 12. If it was music notation, you would just see the same exact letters we've been playing the whole time. D, E, G, A, B. D, E, G, A, B. D, E, G, A, B. Same letters we've played throughout all the scales. All these scales that we're playing are just the same 5 music notes. E, G, A, B, D. We're just playing them over and over. Same 5 notes. So all of these scales could be called pentatonic scales. Although since they're used so much in blues, we call them blues scales. There is something later on we'll cover called the blue note. We're not going to learn that in this video, but the blue note definitely will turn these pentatonic scales into blues scales. We'll cover that in the next video. Okay, so for now we're just going to play blues scale 5. This is the final scale. Here we go. Start on the 10th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Okay, at that point you've played all 5 blues scales. So if you were to go any further on the guitar, you'd end up on blues scale number 1 again. We just played blues scale number 1 at the beginning of the video. We played the open string and the 3rd fret. But this time we're starting on the 12th fret. We're playing the same fingering. It's as if this finger is like a capo, and we're just going to play the blues scale straight across here with an imaginary capo. So if this first finger is my imaginary capo, we start over with blues scale 1. We just played blues scale number 1. We've came all the way back around. We're an octave higher than we started, and so everything is going to start over. Now you don't have to leave your finger barring across like that. So I'm just going to play it 1 finger at a time. And if you kept going, you'd play blues scale 2 and blues scale 3 and 4, and you could go all the way up.